So la la. Is it matter? It's glass. Hurry up. Alright. Hey guys, welcome to me. Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube. I don't even say that. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Khalati M, and I'm here with my sister.
Hi,
from
guys.
another Mister. I'm joking, from the same Mister. With my sister Untatile, and today we are doing another mukbang. Okay, so today we got loaded fries.
Let me tell them what's inside. So we have loaded fries with these are called spring onions, right?
Yeah.
Spring onions and some gherkins, some chicken, some cheese, and more cheese. We got some chutney sauce here and some Thousand Island.
Okay, and some water for the thirst, because the thirst is real.
Government juice is the government doesn't want us to drink apple juice.
Side note, Cupcake, can you please do the things so that we don't gotta drink some water?
Cupcake for the babies, please. We need
something else with some spice. Anyway, today's topic is growing up with our grandmother. Okay, so most of you guys who know the both of us, I don't know if she tells the story, but basically I tell the story to almost everyone that's close to me. So I grew up with my grandmother. She's the one that raised me until I was like 12. Okay, listen. You can tell your story. I'm talking about myself. Until I was 12, I grew up with my grandmother. She raised all of us as children. I was the first grandchild. And then she came later, and my little brother came later, and all that jazz, okay? So you can tell your story.
Okay, so we both grew up with our grandmother. For me, it was from the age of 3, I think, to 10. So that's obviously like the most important part of the age. Yeah, and okay, well, our brother's not here, but he was also raised by her, but for 2 years, I think.
Probably 2 years, because he came when he was like 4, 3, I don't remember.
Yeah.
Okay. The funny story about him actually coming to stay with my grandmother is that he was actually going to crèche nursery school in Mpumalanga, where my parents used to work. And basically my gran saw how dark he was getting, and she was like, no, this is not going to happen. Not that she has anything against dark people. It's just she knew that it wasn't his color. So she was like, no, bring that child over here. And basically
she took him in that day.
Yeah. Literally. So I think let's just start eating.
That's what we get though.
So I'm gonna
don't put on top.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the chutney on the side.
Even the Thousand Island, please.
Yeah. And then
while she's doing that, let me tell my side of the story. Things changed now. Taking over. I'm kidding. So
loudness.
Oh, sorry guys. No, but they're supposed to hear me. Okay, so basically what had happened was we were living with our grandmother. My sister was living with our grandmother alone, and then later on, I moved to my grandmother as well. I was 3 years old. I was so scared moving to Joburg because first of all my parents were there, and
do you even remember?
Yeah, I remember I remember the time when I was supposed to stay until that first day of crèche. First day of crèche, guys, it was a movie. I cried the whole day. Like the whole day. Like, this is not a lie, guys. The whole day. They left me and they're like, no, she'll be fine.
People who know her now know how much she loves to cry.
Guys, I was not fine. I was crying the whole time. I cried until the teachers was like, you know what? I think we should take her so she can go to the same class with her sister. And my sister was 2 years older than me. So when I got there was a party, guys. It was someone's birthday or something like that. And they were like,
you remember that?
It was a traumatizing day. Of course I remember. And then they were like, yeah, she's gonna sit there with her sister. It was a party, guys. It was like cake, party packets. I don't even know whose party it was. I just remember eating. I stopped crying then. Yeah.
And I used to take care of her like, yeah. I would get into trouble if I wanted to just play with my friends. Yeah. They'll be like, this is your sister. You must take her. Yeah. Like I grew. It was rough growing up. And she always used to lose her things. I had to always go to.
I remember that.
Lost and found, like during my break time, when people are having fun, I'm at the lost and found. It was real.
So okay, basically, we're gonna focus mostly on the big stories, about our grandmother and the things we experienced living with her. Listen, guys, my grandmother was a disciplinarian on fleek. To understand that we weren't allowed to go out, like with friends, or we weren't allowed to sleep over. We weren't allowed to play with other kids on the street. Like, I know the kids. I know the kids on the street.
Play with each other.
Yeah, you weren't allowed to play. Period. I know the kids in the street, but I never played with them. There was we literally only had one friend, and we only played with her on days when like our grandmother wasn't there and her grandmother had to take care of us.
Exactly. And funny story is that over the weekend when we wanted to play, because we weren't even allowed to play like outside the gate. When we wanted to play
outside the house, you mean? You weren't allowed to play outside the house.
We weren't allowed to play outside the house. But when we did have a chance to play outside the house, it was a thing, I have to ask this week. She has to ask the next week. Like, it was a mission, guys. And we had to, like, prepare a speech and everything. And say, we'll only play on a certain area. It was fun. Like, it was fun actually playing outside because we never got to do that.
Because worst part, we weren't allowed to play outside. But even inside the house, like, every time we found ways of playing, we got into trouble. Because there was always something we're not allowed to do. Not allowed to play on the couches. Not allowed to do handstands. Like, where else am I going to do handstands if I can't go outside?
Remember how you got hit when you were doing a handstand?
I always did a handstand on the couch. And listen, I always tried to make sure that there was no one in the dining room area. So I'd go to the kitchen. And the kitchen had, like, the separation between the kitchen and the dining room had a door. So I'd go to the kitchen door and I'd be like, okay, no one's coming. Then I get there and I'm like, handstand up on the couch. I was there upside down, guys. I could see someone coming. I was so scared. I got a beating. I'll never forget that day. Guys, my aunt, she was also so strict. May her soul rest in peace.
Guys, the way I was scared of beatings, I think, like, I used to be naughty, but I never used to get into trouble because, like, I would do things when other people were, like, very far, and I was sure no one was coming at any time. So, yeah, like, I was scared of beatings.
We always knew that Fridays and Saturdays were the best days. Because we would always go to Monte Casino, Clearwater Mall, when it was still new. And where else would you? Westgate.
Westgate when it was still proper. Like, I don't know what's happening to Westgate now.
Like, it's still better than Wonder Park.
So, yeah, basically we used to go to those places. So, that's the things we used to enjoy.
I know for sure in the back of my head, there's this taste. Sometimes I store memories in, like, a taste. And the taste of a Spears burger with milkshake.
Oh my goodness, it is going down. Like, I think I stopped having milkshake at some point in my life because I had so much milkshake. Every time I would have a burger, it would be with milkshake. Now growing up, I actually enjoy having a burger with milkshake again.
Yes, because now the memories.
And
I'm not gonna lie, even though we were very deprived of our youth, we were also very spoiled, man. Like, certain things that other kids our age couldn't do, we could do. Even though we couldn't play outside, we went to Monte Casino so many times. Like, we always knew which games to play. We went to cinemas. We went to every single thing, like everything that kids usually don't get to experience. We experienced.
I remember eating. Eating Sunday food was the worst. Like I didn't really enjoy like grown up food. Obviously, like I don't think any child enjoyed grown up food. But for us, it was like we had to sit on like a small table, and with toddler chairs and stuff, and then we had food. My worst enemy, pumpkin. Oh Lord,
till today.
I hated that thing. Like now I can have it here and there.
Even now, like guys, I can't. I remember 2 weeks ago I had butternut at a restaurant. I almost puked.
Why did you even have it?
I thought, I'm old now. Like it's been years, I thought I'm grown up now, so maybe it will be different. It brought back memories, guys.
So I remember, because I didn't like pumpkin, I would go to the bathroom. So what I would do is put the pumpkin in my mouth, all of it, and that was like, I felt like I put it for like a lifetime. Put the whole pumpkin. Try to walk as normal, because if you have something in your mouth, you're gonna sit down and finish that food
and swallow it.
Go to the toilet, throw it down the toilet, flush. Oh, I hated it. Hated it.
She didn't even warn me, guys. Now I swallowed that stuff. Like, I was drinking it basically. I was like, I made sure I didn't chew. I was just like,
there was no time to warn because people were watching.
Disgusting. And they watched us eat, guys. You know what I used to do? I used to eat all the starch, like not starch, all the chicken or beef or meat or any meat on the plate before my food, and then I'll say I'm full. And you can't tell me nothing after that. I'm full, nigga. I'm not gonna eat. But my grandmother, she will shove it down your throat. You will eat that pap dry as it is.
You have to finish your food. I think that's why I finish my food now. Like, whatever you put on my plate, I'm gonna finish it. That's why I'd rather like put a small portion and have that, because I know if I have whatever portion, I have to finish it. It's like, it was like a training camp, basically.
It was. It was concentration camp, that one.
I remember even how neat we had to be. We had to clean our shoes every day after school. And basically, and basically cleaning our shoes, we had to take like shoe polish, newspapers to clean our shoes outside.
Yep,
that's how deep it was.
And there was always a place where we put them.
And they would be watching, bruh. We'd be like down, because there were like a couple of stairs to go inside, and they would basically like watch us. If we're playing or whatever, we're gonna get into trouble. We have to be concentrating on cleaning those shoes every time.
We even knew newspaper, ligusha, polish.
Exactly.
Every time. I even knew, even getting inside the house, that I must take off my uniform, hang it. I knew that when I put my shirt on the hanger, that crease part must be at the top straight, and that other crease top must be at the top straight. My grandmother would call you and be like, "Hey, Mtatile, you come," and she'd be like, "This shirt, but not beauty job." Then you'd have to analyze, like, what did I do?
Exactly. Hey,
like, where did I fall? Like, if maybe the shoulder's sitting like this by mistake, you fix it, Baba, to fix it, sit like this.
And don't think you're wearing the same shirt the next day.
Nope.
No, it's just to be there. Wow.
Next day you wear the same shirt. And they watch that other one.
I remember one time I didn't want to go to school.
That was me every day.
And my gran, like, she never made us like not go to school. Even if we were sick, even if we were...
She'll give
go.
you medication. Put it in your bag. You drink it there.
So basically, one time, I didn't want to go, and I knew, hey, I've tried everything in this life not to go. So one time, I remember we didn't have water. So my granny used to keep like buckets of water for those days that we don't have water. So there was like the dirty water there on the side. She had put it on the side. Like, I'm ready to go. I looked at the water and I was like, why can't I just throw myself in this water? Oh, I threw myself in the water. I threw myself. Little did I know, she's got backup plans for days. The way I got dressed so quickly. She gave me new underwear, new everything. I wore like.
Wait, how did you throw yourself? Like, did you act like you fell?
I acted like I fell. And she was like, what happened? I was like, I don't know. Like, yo, I thought, yeah, this is it. I'm not going. I went.
Plan B. My grandmother had plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D. Yo, going on camps. Okay, we didn't call them camps that time. They were called tours because we actually went on a real tour. Going on tours, guys, it was nice. But the amount of clothes my grandmother would pack. Guys, I had clothes for breakfast, lunch, and supper.
But it was nice. It was nice because like all the other kids also had clothes to change, and so I never felt like that.
Well, yeah, it was, but I always had like too much extra of everything, guys. I'm not gonna lie, my grandmother really, like, she was one of those guys. Everything, you would never go to a tour with anything missing, ever. You knew. She would tell you every single item that's in that suitcase.
When the day you wear it, like you do wear this on the first day.
This is for
that
Monday,
on the second.
Tuesday. Back up Monday, back up Tuesday. Wednesday, Thursday, back up. Yo, every single thing. Every single thing in that suitcase had our name and surname written on it. Your shirt, your pants, your underwear, your socks, your shoes, your toothbrush, your toothpaste, everything, guys. Everything.
And don't think you're gonna come back with clothes missing, hey?
You're not.
Do not.
Because
you're gonna get it. I remember when I was soccer, they always used to play soccer and stuff like that. And our field was big. And like I didn't get any lunch money or anything like that. So my hobby would be walking around the field to see if I could find 5 rand.
Yep. That was also my hobby. Like, I never walk like this. I always walk like
because I remember maybe I found 5 rand like a couple of times, and I was like, hey, actually, I think I'm actually quite good at finding these 5 rand. So I would walk around, bruh. Walk. Hey, great. Go to the top
and guys,
shop.
there was always money.
Always. I remember. Oh, this was a sad one. I remember. Also, our school, we used to have activities like all the time. So there was this activity called Fun Run. And I loved activities. I love activities even now. So basically, my gran, all she had to do was give us a short and a top. That's it. Oh my goodness, guys. She ironed for I don't know how many hours. I don't know what else she was getting ready. I was so young, looking at the time. And at school, if they say they start at 7, they're starting at 7. They're not gonna wait for you.
It's not
even
like
if you paid.
Black church where you go, they say we start at 2, we start at 5. No. If they say we start at 2, at 1 minute to 2, we are lining up.
So I remember one time when we had to go there, she was ironing for years. Guys, we got there when the run was finished. Like, the way I was confused is that people were already at the field. So the field was the end point and the starting point. So I saw people at the field and I was like, yo, at least we're not late. When I asked them, okay, when are we starting? They were like, we're done. Yo, I cried. I was like, miss. And they were like, no, it's fine. You can have a medal. I was like, I don't want a medal for nothing.
I want to run.
Yo, like I was touched.
Guys, Gladiator Day. Yo, that day was traumatizing, guys. You know what Gladiator Day is?
Traumatizing.
Let me put the picture for you. As a 7, 8, 9, 10-year-old, they tell you there's gonna be slides, and I'm not talking slides like beginning. No slides,
Proper
like,
slides.
proper slides, like crazy
high
slides,
day.
like a
Gladiator.
lot of slides.
If you guys watched Gladiator, you'd like that.
It was like that.
Because I think we were even sponsored by Gladiator.
Yeah, we were, because they even came to our school.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember our school had a swimming pool as well. So like just picture that. And it wasn't like a beginning swimming pool, guys. You know those gala swimming pools? Like we even had galas. We'll get to that. We had like big, huge swimming pool, huge slides, games, food, toys, things to buy. Like it was crazy.
It was like
all you had to do,
fun.
it was like a fun day, like a super fun day. All you had to do is pay a stipulated amount of money, come to school, wear home clothes, come with a swimming costume, and have fun the whole day.
There's no school that
Guess
day.
what? Just
Rona.
guess. I'll give you a minute.
The minute is over. I think you can tell them what's going on.
We didn't go to the Gladiator Day.
But we were forced to go to school.
Imagine.
The sadness. But I remember there were a lot of things we participated in. Gladiator Day was the only thing that we didn't.
And I think it's because it was also very expensive.
There was father and child camp out. Oh, the father and child camp out was nice. Oh, father and child camp out. So the first time we went to father and child camp out, my dad. So basically, what we had to do is bring a camp, a tent, and a sleeping bag. Sleeping bags for all of us, ne?
Not the church tent, ne? Tent, camping tent.
Yeah, camping tent, not the church tent. Obviously, like, I'm sure they know.
That's what I should.
So basically, I was happy. Yo, father and child camp out. We're gonna camp on the field, and then there were also activities at the hall and stuff like that. Oh, my dad was like, okay, you guys can go play with your friends, and then I'll set up the tent. So here we are. My dad's giving us money, like
boys.
So we were like happy.
That was also another thing about living in Joburg. Like our parents felt sort of us. So every time we needed money, we were like,
So we had money for everything. So we used to go buy chocolates, sweets.
So I thought my parents were rich guys, you know? Like every time we came back, like anything we asked for, we got.
And what else? There was those bulls that you could ride on, and it was so fun. It was so fun.
Oh, it was
and
wild, guys. And it was at night with other kids there. Some of them were there with their cousins, and some of the fathers were like, some of them came with like other fathers or something.
Yeah,
like an uncle or whatever.
You could bring like basically whoever that you wanted, as long as there was a father involved.
Yeah.
So I remember. Oh, so there we are. We're playing on Fleek, doing all those crazy things. I go back to go check on the tent because I've never experienced it. When we get there, my dad. He shows us the tent. It was a beach tent. If you guys don't know how a beach tent looks, Google it.
Guys, Google it now. Pause the video. Google beach tent.
The beach tent basically did not have a closing, and it was like so short. I don't
like it's enough for you to sit down and enjoy the beach, not sleep in. And
for one person,
you're sleeping over there. You're sleeping there the whole night.
For one person. I was sad on Fleek. It was like, we'll sleep in the car. Okay.
He's fine.
And then
bags in the car.
I was sad. So my friends were like, what's wrong? And I told them, no, my dad brought the wrong tent. And they were like, oh, you can stay with us. Our dads are going to be staying in another tent, and all the kids are going to be staying in one tent. Oh, I was happy.
Guys, I was so excited. And I don't know know why, but I was always with my sister and her friends, even though I had my own friends.
Yeah, my sister was always with me. Like my friends were her friends, basically.
Because I even remember their names. I don't know if my friends were actually there, but I was always with my sister.
She was like, we were always together.
They probably thought we were twins, but we weren't.
So it was really nice thing. There were nice parts and there were sad parts. Like one thing is that every time I had to go back, because we used to come here on holiday over the holidays, like not here, but
what? Is it showing there?
No,
doesn't matter.
So
These are these guys. These are the things that happen.
Okay. So basically, what was it? Oh, we used to come to Pretoria to like chill, not chill, but spend our holidays with our parents. And then one time, no, not one time, all the time, I would know this is the last day of the holiday, and I would be sad.
She would wake up crying, guys.
And that time I think I was this light. My face would be red, like
She wasn't red. Like she was lighter.
I was probably lighter, yeah.
And I would always be confused, like, why are you crying?
My face would be red, guys. My eyes would be this big. I would be crying, thinking, no, should I run away? Because I wanted to run away. I was thinking, no, I can stay here at home alone. It's fine. I thought I was a grown up. Like, I thought I was grown. And my parents would always say, pray. I don't think I've prayed for something for so many years, like as much as I did that time. That time I prayed every day. It actually happened was in grade 6. Grade 6, at the end of the year, our parents told us that they found another house, and we were like, does this mean that we can go stay with you now? And our parents were like, yeah, because my mom found a job in Gauteng as well. We were happy. We were like, now there's going to be someone that can stay with us and all that stuff. And then my mom was like, yeah, but you guys need to find space. And we're like, space, yeah. I don't think the space was like a big deal. So basically, I started telling my friends, I'm leaving. I'm going to Pretoria. I'm going to stay in Pretoria with my parents.
She was happy. I was sad, guys. Leaving my friends. Because I had like really nice friends in grade 4.
I had nice friends as well. But like this thing, the kids will always say, no, I was doing what with my dad. I was doing what with my mom. Like, I always wondered, like, how is it to do things with your parents? Especially like homework and stuff like that, because because we used to do it with our gran or with my aunt. So I wished that there was like a time when my mom would be around and all that stuff, or my dad and stuff like that.
I think that just shows how different we were, guys. I couldn't care less, to be honest. I used to cry because she would cry, and then that would cry, so that's why we both cried.
But eventually, she ended up not crying anymore.
Yeah, I cried towards the end. I didn't care. Like I would just be there, like, okay, fine, let's just get this over and done with. I think for me, I really loved being with my parents, because like, being with my parents, guys, like, we used to do a lot of fun stuff every single holidays. Like, my parents, like, they were compensating for the time.
And they were.
Every year we would go to the Grand Rancho. I think that was like the epic peak of our holidays. Grand Rancho was awesome.
Yeah, no, that was.
There was thing, and everything was, and we would always go on the last day, because we had, like, obviously it was during Easter, so we had to go to church the whole weekend. Then we go there on Monday. Oh, guys, and everything is cheap. Everything is like perfect, and that was when the Grand Rancho was still crazy. So everything was just amazing.
It was great. Like, we got so many toys.
All the time.
I'll come back with so many toys.
Remember, we once had like a bag full of balloons. We had like Chappies balloons, guys. You know that bag, the one that you put your debt into, the dustbin, the black one.
That's how many balloons we
had.
Mm-hmm.
And the balloons weren't inflated. No, just empty balloons, guys. We had balloons for a lifetime.
The rides was fun.
She always did Looking Star, till today I haven't done it. They would always be like, no,
I live on the edge. I live on the edge.
And my parents would always say, you'll go when you're older.
Because they knew her. Like, I mean, hello. She's scared of everything in the world.
But
So-
at least give me the chance to explore that. You know, let me cry, and then I'll learn. The next time I will go.
She was scared of Santa Claus. Like, I mean, if someone was scared of Santa Claus, why would they make her get on a ride?
Please, guys, let's be honest. You are a child, and you see a huge man with a big ass beard, and most of his face doesn't show. And
He's
then,
called Santa Claus. He's
He
called
was
Santa
Santa scary, nigga. I'm like, nah, he was scary, guys. Santa Claus was scary.
Oh my goodness.
Like clowns, guys. I didn't like clowns and Santa Claus and all those. That was just weird. The only clown that I did like was McDonald's. Ronald McDonald, because he was so cute. But other than that, remember McDonald's came to our school? Okay, well, not the real McDonald's, but like they had like a clown McDonald. Do you remember? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, guys. That school had so many things you wouldn't remember half the stuff. Even the gladiators came to our school. If you know gladiators, guys,
And my
all of
favorite,
them.
who was my favorite though?
My favorite was that bald guy. I just can't remember his name. I even had the
I
toy.
remembered him. Granite. I think
Granite, yes, Granite.
her favorite
Granite.
was Granite, and mine was someone else. But I forgot his name now.
But it was so cool seeing them. And then they gave us like their pictures. They were signed. I was so excited, guys. And
I remember my little brother actually tried looping star before her.
you imagine.
He tried it before her, and she's never tried it.
Yeah,
So
I think after
basically-
a while I didn't care anymore.
I remember my little brother was like yay high, and he was like, let's go to looping star. We get there now. Okay, now I'm like excited. Woo! Okay, we get there, and my little brother is now we're sitting together, and I'm like, no, this my G, we're gonna be good, we're gonna enjoy this ride. And he's like now saying, like, I wanna get off. And I was like, dude, you can't say that. Like, we already walked, we are already inside, we have paid and everything, we can't get off now. Like, this thing. Oh, actually, what happened is that we even went up. We were actually up the ride now. Now, like, I mean, dude, there's no retreat. No retreat. No surrender, no retreat. And this guy's like, no, I want to get off. I was like, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. They was like, okay. And actually, I was like, yo, it's so easy to convince you that it's going to be fun.
I mean, you are older sister.
That's how I saw Chunna so gullible. So he's like, yeah, okay. Now I'm starting to... So now I'm starting to get scared. I'm like,
you're just like,
is this thing gonna be fun actually?
And you've been on it.
And I've been on it twice. So I go, then we're upside down. This guy is like, I'm thinking that he's screaming like crying. When I look at his face, he's having so much fun, like, I'm like taking there. My heart is she's like, I can't wait for this ride to end. I think I only enjoyed it like 3 seconds at the end.
Yeah, that's cool.
But it was nice. It was bittersweet. Like,
Yeah.
It was sad because I wanted to stay with my parents, and all my friends were always talking about how my dad this, my mom this, my dad this.
But now I'm having regrets. Wasn't it?
Now I'm like, oh my goodness, I could have stayed, you know. I could have done high school there. Maybe high school would have been more fun. I went to the first question I asked them, do you guys have a swimming pool? And they were,
She was dreaming this one.
no, I was dreaming, guys.
I didn't understand, like, why would you think this is swimming pool? Like, hello. And I remember when I went to my third primary school. I went to 3 different primary schools. When I went to my 3rd primary school, when I asked them if there was a swimming pool, they were like, yes, there's a swimming pool. And I was like, where? They were like, no, they take you to the swimming pool. And I was like, okay. Because, you know, in crèche, we had a swimming pool at the crèche, but, like, it was behind the crèche. So we couldn't go to the swimming pool directly. We had to get out of the crèche and go to the back. So I thought it was something like that. The swimming pool, we sort of had to travel to it. I can't even remember where it was because you only went if you knew how to swim. So it wasn't.
Now they lied to me and they said there was a swimming pool, and I was like, where? They was like, there. Guys, there was no swimming pool. And I loved swimming. I even love swimming even now because every time I go skolong, like when we were staying with my grandmother, every time go school they would say, okay, kasama jano PT. So PT would be basically one time you do. Oh, I think we need to cut this video. Okay. So basically, PT would be like, especially in summer, swimming time.
By the way.
Yeah. So basically, swimming time was like in summer. PT would be swimming time. Like we knew they would say, bring your swimming costumes and your PT clothes. Then we would swim. We'd do different activities. There would be like teddy bear, turn around, teddy bear, what. There would be like, they would teach us different strokes. Like there would be butterfly, there would be backstroke, front stroke, there would be all the other things, handstands. So
everything.
It was really great. But yeah, we're out of time and things are falling apart. So we gotta end this video.
Why can't we do part 2? Because I feel like there's still so much to tell.
Yeah, we'll do part 2, guys. Later on.
Yeah,
we'll definitely do part 2 because we missed like a lot of things, guys. Okay. I mean, we stayed there for like how many years? 1 billion. So we have a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please do like, subscribe, follow, retweet. I'm joking. Why does it actually have to do it? Please, guys.
Please tweet if you can and Instagram it. Please put it on your Instagram videos. Stories, share.
I do think.
Tell your friends. Tell your dog. Tell your cat.
And also, you can. So those of you who have me on WhatsApp or Instagram or whatever, you guys can DM me on what mukbangs you want us to try, what topics you want us to talk about. We still have a lot of topics, but basically if there's a fun topic and we know like a lot of things to say about it, we will definitely talk about it.
Yes.
And yeah, remember, challenges are our stepping stones to victory. Be good, be wise, be vigilant.
Happy 2021! Just again, putting it out there. Woo.